This is what it's like idling. I put a 30mm carb on here. The next step up will be the 33 after I fine tune this one in. I'm still running a little bit too hot, but that could be because I've still got air in the system and this hose is too long. I hear that a lot from a lot of girls. Everything else is working okay. A lot of times there is a air bubble up in here. Generally, after you run it a few times, let's see what it sounds like this. Lost a wire, so I'm going to have to turn it off. Anyway, you get the point. It's it should be idling about 150, but when you first start them up, they always have air bubbles in them, and you can see the air bubbles starting to come up to that hose. They seek the highest level, and I think you can see a couple little air bubbles in there. But you just got to run it, keep running it, and what it'll do is it'll blow air from here into the bottle, and then it'll suck it back up when it gets cold. Creates kind of a weird vacuum effect. The fan is working, or the radiator is working real well, except it's not chrome, fuckers. And the engine is seemingly working okay for idle. Now the one thing, if you're building one of these bikes, I have to let you know, is that you can have this bike working absolutely perfect on the stand, which you get the engine running just smoking perfect. But when you have it under pressure, under load, with your fat ass on it, or any weight out on the street, that's a different story. And you can go turn that off. Turn this off. You can go lean or heavy or whatever. But this is all part of this getting the engine where you want it, where I want it. So she's coming together little by little. I gotta figure out this problem, why it's running so hot. It doesn't make sense to me, but it could be the air bubbles too. I need to shorten this hose, but I didn't want to shorten it too much. And this, I was going to show you that this little, this bottle, it's from Motion Pro, which is this company right here. This is Motion Pro right here. If you go to their website, they've got a lot of really nice tools for working on your bike, and they are expensive, but they're quality stuff. This is a bottle holder that goes around there, and it's blue too. I've never used it, but I'm going to start using it on this bike, and then I'll Velcro it somewhere and make it work. But I think right now I'm going to shorten this hose, and I don't know how it's going to look. I can have this one part sticking out here like this, but this rest of this hose crap, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know yet. But that's all part of the fun. And then what I've noticed is everything will work fine. I'll come back and I'll have a leak right here, which shouldn't be leaking. And I've looked for that flexible hose. I can't find it. If you got a part number at Scooter Swap Shop or wherever, and they've got a 6-inch piece of hose or a let me see. Yeah, 9 inches would probably work good. That's about right. DIOSpeedDEMON, rock on.